Hey, my name is Andy Ferguson. I'm 25, just turned 25. I'm from New York originally, but I've lived in many different locations in the United States. I've lived in Ohio for a couple of years, Tennessee, as well as South Carolina. And I moved to Costa Rica here about 7 months ago, and it's been a very interesting experience. A lot of cultural differences, but generally, I guess with the moving that I've done in the past, it hasn't been too difficult to be accustomed to the life here. However, there are some anecdotes that I could share and some main differences, definitely. I would say directions and like house numbers and street names, things like that would be the biggest difference from the US, I would say. Many times people say, hey, where's your house? And then I need to tell them, well, it's like, 200 meters south of such and such location, past the old oak tree or the sleeping dog, and if the dog isn't sleeping, then you're lost, or something like that. And it's really difficult to find places using those kinds of directions. In the US, we have numbers for every single house, every single street has a name. That's the biggest difference, I would say. The food has been an interesting transition as well. I would say because the US is like a melting pot or a mixing pot of all sorts of different cultures, we have a huge variety of foods and places to buy food from. Here, well, the traditional food is your gallo pinto and your rice and beans, or maybe you have rice and beans with spaghetti, or like, pollo or chicken with beans and rice, right? Rice and beans or beans and rice, that's your options, basically. So sometimes I would say I've gotten a tad bit bored of the rice and beans, but there's ways to mix it up. People add, salchichon or different types of things to that. Let's see. Another main difference might be something about, the biggest thing I would mention is definitely the amount of love and caring that people have, especially here in a Latin culture, these Latin countries. The families and the friends that I've made here are just extremely loving, extremely generous, extremely sincere, and that's something that was a real shocker for me. In the U.S., people are a little more secure about their things in their house and allowing people to come into their lives. But here in Costa Rica especially, people are so open with that, and they're so loving and caring and outgoing with that. When people say, my house is your house, they actually mean it, and when it's like, wow, we really think of you as a part of our family, they actually mean that. I think that is probably the best thing that I've come to realize here in Costa Rica.
Any final message for Costa Rican students who are watching the video?
Sure. If you're learning English, the most important thing that I can say is just to practice it as much as possible. It's like anything else in life. If you want to be a great guitar player or something, you have to eat, live, breathe, sleep guitar, right? So the same thing for English. If you want to learn English quickly, if you want to improve your skills as fast as possible, you really just have to keep on it as much as possible. Listen to the music, watch the movies with subtitles, talk to your friends on Facebook from other countries. That's probably the best advice that I could give anybody here trying to learn English.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.